Get a seat, strap in, and let's talk about it. Because it's time. It is time. I am back. I've gotten your messages while I was gone. Back from Wisconsin. Oh, it is time. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door. Subscribe to the channel. MC Gusto. CB4. Cap and Jack. As you can see, don't blame Sino. You done did it to yourself again, Jack. You did it to yourself again. You done stepped in that quicksand, boy. Now you got to get that mama's cooking. Shouts out to Ed Kwame Brown, Buzz Life. Boy, that boy can't get right for real. He just don't. That's why I'm like, dog, they pay these fools money. They should have never gave this Negro money. Who pays this fool to be on TV? Talking about he don't smoke. Nah, you just don't let us see you smoking no more. You was high as hell on TV making that statement. Boy, what the hell is wrong with you? Man, did y'all hear this clown? This is what we're talking about. This is what he's talking about. Look at Captain Jack. See, no, I'm tripping. We know you tripping. This fool was paid, meaning that they gave him money to show up to give a professional analysis of the situation. And based off his statements, this is how much of a LeBron nut hugger he has become. After calling LeBron James a snitch, now he trying to kiss LeBron butt since they kicked him out their little club. They were like, oh, you don't know how to play ball. So since they kicked him out the club, now all of a sudden, anything about LeBron, because once he said, man, I could have easily joined the super team. That's easy. What we did, we stayed and did it. And we did it the hard way. So to try to defend LeBron, he gonna go on national TV to try to make himself look good for LeBron. Then I tell you, this is what I'm talking about. You can't follow these fools. This is the behavior they pull. He said my dress was on too tight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That throat must have been too tight around his neck, choking the oxygen to his brain. Because what in the world? Everything he said was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, man. Don't disrespect your teammates like that. You had a super team. He's still trying to make Chris Middleton one of the best players in the world. Chris Middleton, who plays good one game and sucked the next. He was terrible last night, and they won. You tried to defend a guy who was terrible in the whole series, but he came up in certain moments in time. Okay, and they played a part, but don't try to make Drew Holiday some damn superstar. Has he ever made an All-Star game? He probably went there because somebody's leg went out or something. and they brought him in there. And he been in the league how many years? 12? He only been to like one All-Star game. Drew Holiday is not no doggone big three. Stop. You insane. Chris Middleton, there was a reason he was a second-round draft pick. He's not a number 2. Everywhere in the world, they were saying that guy ain't a number 2. They got to get somebody else because Middleton chokes every year. This year was the only year, and don't forget to hit the like button. I know y'all new and y'all came here, and I appreciate y'all new and y'all showing up, and I appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button and everything. But he was Chris Missington because he was missing a ton of shots. What were they combined last night? Him and Holiday? Going on Holiday, right? The Bucks wasn't a super team. They just played super as a team. But you don't like what he was saying and the message that was going out. In no way, shape, or form did anybody feel Giannis disrespected his team. Don't disrespect your teammates, bruh. You had a super team. No, we just played super as a team when we needed to play. But they're definitely not a super team, dog. Half those players right now, nobody want it. So you gonna compare the Milwaukee Bucks team, and you gonna tell me Chris Middleton is better than James Harden, Kyrie Irving, or Kevin Durant? You think he's in that class? Then you didn't smoke. Whatever you have smoked has definitely stayed in your brain and corrupted it, Jack. But these are the guys you want. These are the guys y'all be on their page watching their ridiculous show. I told you, this dude he's been exposed. Everybody knows what he is. He's a phony now. I don't know which Jack was there today. I don't know if he was black activist. He didn't have on the kufi today, so I guess he put Allah on the back burner today. He wasn't. It's Wednesday. He's not a Muslim on Wednesdays. It's only Tuesdays and Thursdays. Some other Saturdays he's a Muslim. So he wasn't a Muslim today. I don't know which Jack he was. He was a jackass today. Yeah, but he capping Jack every day. Well, of course he's gonna say that. Of course he's gonna say that. He would say that about everybody. Because he feels as a player, Chris Middleton reminds him of him. He think he'll be Chris Middleton if he had the shot. Jack, you had plenty of shots. You had so many lifelines in this sport. You should have been out the league years ago. You were just playing in a time where they were dealing with all these problems. Now you would have been out the league. That whole Piston fight would have had you shut down. You in there lean, served out your damn mind. You don't remember that, Jack? When you was leaned up and served out your mind? Just before Lil Wayne then was doing it. playing the game on lean. Remember that, Captain Jack? You leaned and served out. He was like bragging too. Of course, always bragging. Capping Jack. Gotta keep capping. Just keep capping. Capping Jack. Look at my watch. Capping Jack. Clown. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, subscribe to the page. Oh, he ain't doing that because he ain't American. He's doing that because Giannis made LeBron them look stupid. Because now LeBron over here trying to build another super team. They was like, man, Giannis just won without one. Make LeBron look weak. So Stack trying to paint the narrative. You see that when he said it, how the other dudes was like, oh man, come on. Are you trying to what? Right, Chris Middleton, man, Chris Middleton wouldn't even believe that. Chris Middleton has he's played 8 years, he's made 2 All-Star games. Chris Middleton would not probably, I'm trying to think, who would Chris Middleton really be a number 1 to? James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving are number 1 players. I mean, they were big dog, top dog of their team, where the team was on their back. They weren't role players. These were alphas of the team. Franchise building players. But see, the league had no problem when LeBron do it every year. It's fun. Nobody complains when LeBron does it. Every year, the Lakers just won a pandemic bubble, right? They were number 1 in the West, then everybody got hurt, right? Every year. Ooh, the Lakers got to get this guy. Ooh, the Lakers going to do this. What the Lakers are going to do? What the hell the Lakers going to do? They got 17 damn championships. The trophies that you gave them. How about what is Memphis, the Grizzlies are going to do? Those are the teams that need some players, a star player or two. They on their way. How about what some of these other teams are going to do? Why are the Lakers everybody's damn concern? Like the Lakers, they are so in need. They need this. They be talked about. The hell you talking about them for? The Bucks won the championship. There should be no more Laker talk. Ooh, Chris Paul could join the Lakers. Look, they want to get Chris Paul. Good. He can get Chris Paul another wedding ring. They changed the laws now. You can marry him now. Did mom say you could play, B-son? Well, you're not supposed to be playing anybody. No, she said you couldn't play anybody. You went on there and snuck and played. No, you didn't. You didn't pay attention. That's why I put it in the chat. You're not supposed to play anybody. You went and snuck and played. Wrong, buddy. Space Jam 2. Space Jam came out in 95? That's over 20 years ago. The inflation of ticket prices since then are double. So if they inflate the numbers to where the prices would be compared to now, Space Jam 1 dwarfs this. Plus, they are equating what people watching at home as movie views. So the numbers are slanted. You're not going to see any real numbers until the second week. I just told y'all how they do those things. They buy all of the movie tickets in advance. This is part of the promotional ticket runs. The first week, all of that stuff out these theaters and start distributing them through promotional programs, everything. Schools get tickets, like they give them out to summer school programs, everything. So the studio pays for, they spend it as part of the budget money to inflate the numbers, to get the interest going as everybody's going to see the movie. Ooh, wow. So that means we got to see it because look what it's doing the first week. People buy their number one spot for the first week. It's just like in music. When a CD comes out and they come out and they buy their Billboard spot, buy number one on Billboard, that's what they did. LeBron bought his number one. The real numbers will be out in the second week. Trust me, we already know. They put those numbers out there to fool the people so they could think, oh man, this movie's great. Let's go see it. Everyone's going to see it. Watch. Real numbers come out in week 2. You took your kids? Well, I don't blame you because you got kids and the kids will probably want to see it. But sorry that you wasted your time. Yeah, it was trash. And I didn't even have to watch it to know it was trash. The trailer showed me it was trash. It was a money grab. And I hate to see poor people lose their money going to see this trash. But it's LeBron, so you know it's going to be trash. When you got a trash person, why would you expect great things to come from somebody that's trash? All they do is recycle things that we've already seen that's great. Now he wants to redo House Party. There's nothing wrong with House Party now. I can watch House Party any day of the week. Nothing wrong with it. Put it in LeBron's hands, it's going to go to crap. But let's get back to Jack. Why is Jack sitting in that chair getting a check? For him to make a dumb analogy as what he just made today? Styles P album is the best album he's made in probably 5-6 years. Ghosting is a great album. I actually did a video that I still haven't uploaded because I've been doing live streams because things keep happening. So we probably won't even get to see that video till tomorrow. That video still ain't out. And that was about Hassan Campbell and Styles P. I did that video, it's gonna be 2 days now. I think I actually give a prediction for game 5, game 6. And I think I picked the Suns. No, Jack is trying to take up for LeBron because everybody clowning LeBron because Giannis then did it without a super team, and so he trying to make Giannis' team a super team. No, man, you don't down your teammates, man. You know you had a super team. Come on, Jack. Stop capping. Yeah, I know you capping Jack, but damn, dog. For real? This is why I can't respect dudes like that. They phony. 100% phony. Phonier than a $3 bill. Trying to make Middleton, I think he one of the best players on that team. Chris Middleton. I'm like, you should be slapped. How do they qualify who should be on these shows? People got to start getting held accountable. If I'm a journalist or somebody like that, a sports analyst, why is Kendrick Perkins on TV? Why is Steven Jackson on TV? Why are these idiots on the screen? What is the criteria if Kendrick Perkins, who keeps writing his name in crayon, if he is on the damn screen? What qualifications do he have in communications? All them years you went to school? I already knew Maria Taylor was gone. She had a big offer from Amazon and NBC, and she was already gone. She was gone. And that was the best thing for her to do. Because if you stayed, it ain't going to be no better because they don't want you there. Go work for NBC and get your money. You see, they both best friends. Captain Jack and Kendrick Perkins. He can get Perk to do anything he wants, can't he? Both of them get arrested for intoxication outside of their damn house. They ain't got the sense to go inside the house and drink. Both of these idiots get arrested for a public intoxication. Jerk and Perk. The Jerk and Perk podcast show with me and my man. Yeah, he had to leave Matty Petty because Matty Petty was tripping, man. He wasn't sharing none of the money. I told you, Jack, you should have just did a show with me all along. Well, don't worry, we're going to do that now, you know what I'm saying? It's your man, Captain Jack, you know, Assalamu Asalama, the Lakers and all that, Islamic Rizza, my mama's, Jizza Rizza, and the whole Asalama Lakers. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. I think Giannis is overrated. That's just my opinion, though. I'm just saying. Chris Middleton, man, I told you that boy's a beast. Man, he only had like 6 points, man. He was like 4 for like 90. Don't matter, though. He got the job done, didn't he? Man, Giannis had like 50 points, man. He was doing his thing, man. I got to give credit to Giannis, but I think LeBron's still better than him. Oh, yeah, well, we already know ain't nobody in the world better than LeBron, man. Like, if LeBron was there, they would have won in 4 games. They wouldn't have went 6. That's what I'm saying, man. Even though LeBron ain't never swept nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we can't take that. We can't charge that to LeBron. That's somebody else's fault. I be saying the same thing, man. You be finishing my words, man. Shoot, man. That's what I'm saying. We need to tell them the way it is. That's what I'm saying, man. The Jerk and Perk show, man. We gonna take this to the new level. Told them, man. We gonna shock the world with this podcast. Man, damn! I dropped one of my crayons. Man, them 2 idiots, man, doing the show. Am I a comedian? No. They just funny. That's what I'm saying. Kendrick Perkins could make probably $6 million in today's industry because he ain't got to try to do anything. They just be like, where's my script? Where I'm supposed to read from? Just go out and talk. I know everybody in the studio just cracking up laughing at him just when they put Kendrick Perkins. What do you think was the adjustment that they made in the game when they went through a 2-4 offensive set? What do you think was the main key adjustment? They be trying to set him up, asking him complicated questions. Well, I think Coach Marty, was it Morty or Marty McFly? Marty, yeah, he did a great job, man. Because what he did, man, he should have led, in my opinion, they should have went to Aiden every play and not be like, yo, man, just go up in there and dunk that ball like you did the last game and keep getting them rebound. Man, that's all you need to do. That's how crazy he is. And Captain Jack right there smoking up. Oh! Salami the Lakers. Salami the Lakers. Oh! Whew, I don't know where that smoke came from. Whew. Yeah, yeah, like my man was saying, man, they should have went to Aiden more. They should have got more rebounds. And definitely, man, shouts out to Chris Middleton. Because Chris Middleton, the best player, man, he a superstar. In my opinion, he one of the best players in the NBA. Chris Middleton. I know ain't nobody gonna say it because they haters. If you don't agree with me, that's because you don't know nothing. You broke. You broke. I'm super rich. I'm unstoppable. Why would I stop? You know what I'm saying? But these are the type of guys they put on screen and tell us we need to listen to. Cap and Jack. Yeah, right, I'm Cap and Jack. So what, I'm lying? You ain't got no proof. You see that? You ain't got no proof. You ain't got no proof. You ain't got no evidence, no proof. You can't prove it. You can't back it up. You can't prove it. If somebody tell you they can't prove something, they never said you lying. They said you can't prove it. What did you do? You go destroy the evidence? Did you go and destroy the evidence? Because we don't need to prove you an idiot. You prove it every day. You just proved it today. Cap and Jack, when you sat there and said Chris Middleton is a superstar player and was the best player on the Milwaukee Bucks, dude, everybody you sat there and who heard you say that today knew you was one of the dumbest human beings alive before you got on the screen. This confirmed you still smoking. This confirms it. He says anything. And he swear he right. He know he wrong too. And he know everybody gonna be against him. So he started attacking them right away. You don't know nothing about the game though. You see, I played this game, man. So I know I ain't suck. I played. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never played this game though. You ain't never been on no NBA team. I've been in a practice. I've been sweating. I've been shot a ball. You know what I'm saying? I still could drop 40 right now if I was playing. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, they don't want me to play no more. I don't know why. But, hey, it is what it is. You know, it's all politics in the game. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Rachel Nichols, man. Rachel's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Maria Taylor, you know, she just didn't deserve that job. That's all. But, you know, I'm riding with her too. You know? What's going on out here with these clowns? What's going on out here with these clowns? Dude got a kufi broke off to the right. Yo, man, kufi life. You know, it's like, dude, Muslims are sick of him. Believe me, they're like, dude, he is disrespecting Islam every time I see him with that kufi on, dog. You can't be no doggone Muslim in a Mason. You dude, pick a lane. Pick a lane. Jack, I'm going to tell you what the Muslim brothers have told me just yesterday. Pick a lane. Because they're going to violate you. They are going to violate you. Dog, they're going to come up to you and press you and say, what do you know? And brother, these are real Muslims, dog. These ain't the Nation of Islam, brothers. Nah, they ain't that. You gonna have to be knowing some things. You know what I'm saying? For you to have your name, that means something. So they don't want you to know something, Jack.
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
All right, I'll try again in a few seconds. Well, it depends on how you look at it. You know, a lot of things could be a lot of different ways. Jack rubbed people the wrong way. He had an attitude problem. But the thing about it is his sports analogy is based off ignorance. Because nowhere in the face of this world is Chris Middleton better. It's like LeBron James. Would you put Chris Middleton over Anthony Davis? Would you put Chris Middleton over Trez? If Trez was starting, Trez would get you 16 and 15. Maybe even 20 and 15. Is Chris Middleton over LeBron? But dog, this is what I'm saying. Holiday was a big three. Talking about the greatest defending guard after he was letting Booker put up 40 points on him. Are you kidding me? Booker was putting up 40s on him. Oh, when he saw Holiday, Booker, he was shooting there. Drew Holiday shooting like 20% from the damn field. Yeah, he came up big in game 5 and hit some shots. But the guy who was consistent every damn game is Giannis. This guy hit over 40 3 times in the NBA Finals. And when he didn't hit 40, he was in the 30s. Oh man, if Jack tried to get Perk to read the Quran, he'd be, man, I got your Kieran book right here, man, your Kieran. It's Quran. No, that's a Q. It don't say K, it says a Q. No, it's pronounced Quran. You know, that's the book of Islam. It's Quran. It said Kieran. See? Q. It's a Q. It says Kieran. No, man. It's pronounced Quran, man. It's Islamic. See, I'm speaking Arabic. It's an Arabic word. So that Q, man, it got a K sound. No, man, because see, K, or C. They both got the same sound, so it could be a K or a C. So, my man, I know Quran. I got a friend in Quran, man. Start with a K. K-O-R-O-N. They just misspelled it here. That's Kieran. No, they didn't, man. This book older than you, Perk. This book is older than you. Man, it said, look right here, it said it was printed in 1983. This book was printed in 83. I'm older than that. No, I mean, this is a reprint book, Perk. I'm trying to tell you, the book itself is, oh, never mind, Perk. Let's just read the words. Man, they got that stuff, man, in cursive. That's Arabic. Right here, they got the translation in English. Oh, man, they just wrote the whole book like this, man. What they got it like this? Man, you you kidding me? Them two guys there? I think calls could have changed the outcome. Yeah, if anybody was dumb enough to go for those, if they was dumb enough to go for those doggone, they didn't go for those flops of Devin Booker's. He went in trying to draw a foul. Like, Book, you one-dimensional, and they found you out. They said, okay, after you got that 40, that was it. Moonbeam, thanks for the super chat, and you 100% correct. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. I know y'all got here a little late. And subscribe to the page. Because that's the way the video travels. And they know everybody out there real and wanted to see it. But that's what they do. You see? That's what they do. They play that game all the time. And they never late on it. They do the same thing. They talked about Maria to defend LeBron. And they circle. Rich Paul, Mav Carr, that whole little corrupt circle they got going on. That's all they doing. Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's real terrible what they're doing. And for some crazy reason, it don't make sense. For the people that just got here, everybody don't even need me to tell them it don't make sense. The whole world has an eye test. Okay? There's no way, shape, or form Chris Middleton is a number one anywhere comparable in a big three. He's not a number one player. You can't compare him to Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, or James Harden. That is a super team. That is a super three right there, super team. Okay? Chris Middleton is not equal to any of them. I'll try, bruh. Right, a second round pick and was 39th overall. He was traded to the team. And they basically gave up nothing to give him to get him on the team. Why is that? Because they knew something. They knew something that we didn't know. But now everybody in the world knows. I'm talking to YouTube right now. Salute, brother. I appreciate that. Chris Middleton has 2 All-Star appearances, I believe, in 8 years. Oh, they've been sabotaging my page. I'm going to show you right now. See that? I got a yellow dollar sign. Why would I have a yellow there? And I'm live talking about sports. See, this is me talking with YouTube right now. I canceled ESPN. My thing is ESPN, man, it's what it is. That network has had a problem just like many other networks. NBC is no better, but people are starting to make changes. Even the NBA right now has just hired 7 black coaches because they're trying to change their image. Drew Holiday is a role player. He's been to probably one All-Star game because one All-Star probably got injured and couldn't make it. So they called up Drew Holiday. Other than that, Drew Holiday's probably played, 12 years? He's been bounced from team to team. Never been a number one ever. Ever was Drew Holiday a number one. Right. They're not right. Jack is trying to imply that to try to say, oh, he just like LeBron, you had a super team too, because he knows this derails anything in comparison LeBron James has ever done as a player. This one championship he won, it dwarfs anything LeBron James has ever accomplished. I wouldn't say they had a great NBA Finals, especially Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was terrible in his finals, but he realized he made big moments. He made good key plays and moments. He threw an alley oop to Giannis. He got out of the way, and they didn't give him the ball. Middleton played good in spots. He had games where he was just unconscious. Then the next game, we got what we got. He's Paul George. He finally got away from that lunchroom table. He took his food tray and said, I can go sit over there now. Bye, DeRozan. Bye, Paul George. Hey, bye. Look, Chris made it from the table. How are we going to get away from the table? Now, see, somebody else, and they've been running about that on Twitter all the time. Why y'all go run to Kevin Durant and say, oh, this dwarfs Kevin Durant's 2 rings, but y'all go run past LeBron? Go to LeBron's 2 rings he got in Miami. Why y'all go to Kevin Durant? How y'all skip LeBron? You see what I'm saying? You see what they do? You see what I do? DeMar DeRozan is a better player than Middleton, but he hasn't done it in the playoffs. So when you haven't done it in the offs, that's the measuring stick. And he was a number 1. DeMar DeRozan was a number 1. When he was in Toronto, he was the star. He was their number 1, and he is not a number 1 player. He was a role player put into that position. PJ Tucker can play. He could score too. But they didn't need him for his scoring. They needed him for his defense. They needed him to be all over these guys and don't give them any space. He played the best he could play. He played on Kevin Durant. He was D'ing Kevin Durant up, being physical with him, making it uncomfortable as he could. PJ can score. Right, Paul George, good game, one game. Next game, he can't score 2 points. Would I say he's better than Paul George? I don't know. I would say Paul George is better than Middleton. But what has he done in these playoffs? And Paul George used to be a number one. Now, both of those guys are better than Middleton. Both guys are better than Chris Middleton. But the playoffs are what matters. See, Paul George can hide when he has Kawhi there, but it's only so long that's gonna work because he's gonna have one good game and one bad game. That's the problem. No, the pressure was off a little bit because Giannis took up a lot of the slack. Drew Holiday was taking most of the blame, so now it wasn't going to fall all on Middleton. So he could go out there and play relaxed. See, that's how Paul George, it really was no failure for him if he messed up because he had Kawhi. All the pressure going to be on, well, Kawhi got to close this out. Kawhi knows that. DeRozan ain't better than Middleton? I beg to differ. DeRozan is a better player than him. He's a field goal percentage shooter. He can take the people off the dribble. You guys ain't really seen DeRozan play. When he's in regular season mode, DeRozan could play, bro. It's just the playoffs, he just would freeze up. He was up for MVP one year, the year that they got swept by Cleveland, where he added the 3-point because he never used to shoot threes. And that season he came in, he was lighting people up from three. He had added a 3-point shot to his game. He worked out all summer on it. Then he went to the playoffs, and that was like his last season in Toronto. Bruh, DeRozan never used to shoot threes until that last season in Toronto, and his points shot up to like 30-something points a game. He was crushing it from three that whole season. He had never shot them before. He had worked on his three. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe you got here late because we spoke about this, about playoff DeRozan. That's how I named him DeFrozen. Because when the playoffs come and that moment comes, he freezes up. Oh, I've been named him DeFrozen. Everybody knows that. But when you got CB4 out here, MC Gusto, yeah, Paul George, shoot, they all freeze up. They ain't built for the moments. And that's what I mean. Steven Jackson is he's so delusional. he talks as if he was one of the greatest players that ever played this game. Jack could play. I give him that. He could play his position, but he wasn't what he thought he was. Because he struggled. Everybody, they love to talk about how they came and beat the top #1 Dallas Mavericks team. The Golden State Warriors beat them. They got their championship the next year. They were done. That team was old when they won. They were on their last leg, and when y'all was young and y'all beat them, and y'all was like, yeah, we beat them. We beat the #1. We put them out. And they brag on that like they won the NBA championship. I mean, for real, I saw him, Baron Davis, and Matt Barnes talk like they was NBA champions. What happened in the second round? Because y'all went, the only thing y'all did was get to the second round. What happened in the second round? They're discrediting that victory because Kevin Durant really put them out with that 3. His foot was on the line, though. And had he been 15 and a half foot, the Bucks run was over. But hey, it ain't their fault Kyrie Irving got hurt. James Harden was hurt. And Kevin Durant was really out there by himself. That ain't the Bucks' fault. Giannis did all of this, and he wasn't even 100%. He had a messed up left knee from when he hyperextended it. When his knee went back and he hyperextended it, he was supposed to be out for some weeks. He only missed like 2 games. So, how would y'all rate this championship victory? Okay, he's out of here. He done got bigger, and he's got to go. I didn't tell him to come in my house in the first place. How would y'all rank this championship victory over LeBron's? Any LeBron championship can measure up to this one. Is there any LeBron championship that measures up to this? when he won in Cleveland. So you would say the victory he had in Cleveland was bigger than what Giannis did. Being down 3-1 to the Golden State Warriors, getting Draymond Green suspended, Bogut and Iguodala gets hurt in Game 6. Bogut is out, Draymond's back, and they lose, and they win that series, and you put that win over this win. Kyrie put up 40 points with LeBron. They both put up 45 in like Game 6 or something like that. They both put up 40 burgers. And then, no, I think that was either Game 5. Well, either one of them. Game 5, they both scored like 40-something points apiece with no Draymond out there. Then, that was the only 40-point game LeBron had scored in that finals. Then, the next game, Tristan Thompson with no Bogut in the middle was able to have like 20-something points and was able to actually exist in the playoffs. Oh, Game 6 was so corrupt. That was the one where Aisha Curry went on there and says, "We know what the NBA is doing." It was ridiculous the way they officiated Steph in Game 6. Game 6 was probably the most corrupt NBA Finals game in history. No one's gonna remember it, and they don't remember. Aisha Curry had to take down and apologize for the tweet that she pointed out because she was so frustrated from watching the game and seeing how they was cheating Steph. But the Bucks won it, being huge underdogs into this. And the fact is, it was how they did it, being down 2-0 and battling back to win 4 straight. When there's no Kyrie Irving, no Kevin Love, you don't have a big three out there. He did it by himself. If LeBron is a number one, Kyrie is a number one also. Exactly. I always put that up there. And thanks again, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Chemistry over talent. Pretty much so. Thanks, Gerald. I appreciate it. Now, I'm not comparing this to the greatest victory of all time for an NBA Finals, like the win. Because to me, let me see. To me, I would say what would be the greatest victory in NBA Finals history? I would love to say the 89 Pistons season. I mean, that would meant the most to me. Winning it in 89. Winning it in 89 meant the most to me. And the reason why it meant the most to me was because Isaiah Thomas had did it. He was the first little person to ever lead a team to an NBA championship. It had never been done. Never been done. It changed the game. Thank you. Good night. Yeah, they stole the three-peat from Isaiah, and Michael Jordan was able to pull it off. I mean, the Bulls run, I would never put the Bulls run as any of their championships in there. No. As the greatest, no. Cancel all that. 6 championship crap, flush that down the toilet. They're not even in the category. Not one of their championships. All of their stuff was set up propaganda garbage. That was set up. That was theater. That wasn't basketball. $72-10 season, that fraud season. And you talking about that 96 team? That fraud season? The Bulls was all frauds, man. What are you talking about? That was all marketing. When the Chicago Bulls, the NBA had just went to NBC. That was their first year in NBC, starting 1991. Dick Ebersol took the NBA over, and Michael Jordan was the star of the league. Dick Ebersol wins Emmys for his award-winning programs. And he took the NBA and said, from CBS, where it was real, and brought it over to NBC and said, you guys are treating this like a sport. This isn't a sport. This is entertainment. This is theater. And you keep treating your best actor like he's an athlete. Well, he don't have enough to win. Well, get him what he needs to win. He's the hero. You got a superstar here, and you're letting these other teams beat him. He's like, well, they won. Well, who cares about who won and who's better on the court? That guy needs to be in a championship game. Put him in there with Magic Johnson. Those are your two big stars. That's your money. No, you just got to get them there. I mean, Dick Ebersol did his job. Because ain't no person in the world who didn't know the NBA back in them 90s can tell you about it's the NBA on NBC. Then they had inside stuff with Ahmad Rashad. It was all going the way they wanted. It was theater. In 1991, they brought in the flagrant foul rule. They took away a lot of different rules to increase the scoring of the league and to try to take it away from being too physical. NBC didn't want all that violence. So they didn't want the Detroit Pistons, in other words. So the Bulls had to vanquish the Detroit Pistons. They programmed everything and set it up. The Portland Trail Blazers had blazed through the NBA the very next season after surprising teams and going to the NBA Finals to play the Pistons. They were number one in the West. Duckworth had lost like 30 pounds and was in the greatest shape of his life. And he made an all-star team for the first year. First time all-star. So Duck was out there getting stuff done, hitting hook shots, baby hooks, everything, just getting things done. Right? What did they do? Anybody can go watch the Portland Trail Blazers Western Conference Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. They pushed the Lakers team all the way to the NBA Finals. It was the most corrupt thing I've ever seen in sports. They cheated the Portland Trail Blazers out of that damn series. It was bad. It was god awful because they were no way close to beating them. And they won it in 6 games and went to the finals to play the Bulls. That's all they wanted to do was get that Laker team there. Sean Brown, I know you don't want to believe it, but this is the truth. That Laker team was terrible. It was next to terrible, and they were never, ever close to beating no Portland Trail Blazers in the Western Conference Finals. No, Portland was destroying them every time they played. Then you got Magic out there with the HIV trying to keep up with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I felt bad for Magic out there. All right, they would have got swept if Perkins didn't hit that 3 from the corner or whatever, and hit that 3. They would have got swept. And Jordan missed the shot, and they were down 0-1. And then the game 2 was when Mike did the big blowout game, and from then, and after game 3, which the Lakers had won and then blew it. Then Michael Jordan, Scottie fouled out. Then Michael came down there and won the game. He sent the game to overtime, and then in overtime, it was over. Ever since then, they wasn't close. They were done. They were down 2-1. It was all over. Then the next year, Portland got put in there to go against Jordan. Jordan versus Drexler. So now Portland got job. And then the very next year, because the Knicks had the Bulls beat that year, the second year. They went to game 7 because Scottie Pippen he's starting again. Scottie Pippen was getting punked by X-Man all over the court. Ewing blew the layup, dude. That was against Indiana, and that was a whole nother game. If you talking about game 5, that was Charles Smith who blew the layup when he should have done. Nope. In 1993, they went against the Knicks again. This time they were down 0-2. Starks did that left-hand jam dunk to seal the game. The Knicks was up 0-2 and lost 4 straight. They went to Chicago, got completely jobbed, and it came down to game 5. The Knicks should have won that game. Period. It was all the game style was being played their way. They didn't care because they didn't have to win in Chicago. For the first year, they did not have to win a game in Chicago. Chicago had to win in New York. And the Knicks blew it. They blew game 5. And in game 6, they was like they were defeated getting off the bus. They knew that the series was over. No, they had no real leaders. At this time, Pat was about to break down, but this was like one of the best Patrick Ewing, like the last time you seen Pat be really great was like 93. That time they got to the finals against Houston, he was good, but he had lost a lot. And then after 94, he was done. After that finals, that's why they never went back until the end. And they played Pat, and he was like over the hill, and that's why they didn't win it. They had all that momentum winning those games with Pat not playing and him being on the bench. And they made it to the finals. And then when the finals got there against Duncan, Ewing was like, I'm ready to play. And they put Pat in there, and it's like, no, don't put Pat. The team was running up and down the court. Pat had bad knees and couldn't make it no more. But he had been there for so long, how you tell him no? Right. I mean, the year after that, Jordan was gone. They make it to the NBA Finals. They should have won game 6. Everybody blames Starks for 2 for 17 in game 7. But in game 6, John Starks was unconscious. The Knicks was getting blown out in game 6. And John Starks was hitting threes all over the court and brought them back in the game. The game was over. I know, right? All right, Don. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's getting kind of late. Rich Paul ain't dating Adele. Dude, Adele, he looked like something Adele done pooped out. And she probably wondering why her poop keep following her around. No, they business partners. Like they all invested, I think, in that tequila. Adele's probably sitting there like, oh my gosh, oh my god, did I drop you out of my bum? Look, it's my little poop from my bum. He keeps following me around. And he even got a mask. That's right. Rich Paul can't handle that woman. You could have had it all. Rich Paul gonna be rolling in the deep. He'll be rolling in the deep. I'm drowning. Gonna be rolling in the deep. Oh, respect to you. Respect to you. I guess so. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I just wanted to let y'all know what I thought about the situation, man. I'm glad y'all came here, subscribe to the page. So I'm gonna get out of here and roll. I'm glad you guys commented and liked it. Hopefully y'all new here, y'all subscribe. And if you got here late, go back to the beginning. You'll love it. Deuces.